Hey there everyone, how's it going? I'm just actually starting up a game here of Battlefield 3. And I suppose I should probably hit the record button. There we go. So, um, yeah, it's like 1:36 in the afternoon. I kinda sound exhausted. I guess I've been up since 11-ish. I did my workouts, do whatever else, ate some cookies. And, yeah, I've just kind of been relaxing, doing my own thing. Um, yeah, I just kind of got in a mood, and I was like, you know what, I want to record. I haven't done it in a while. Um, as for my Dragon Age and my Dead Space, I'm having a hard time recording throughout the week, and I'm finding it hard to record enough content over the weekend. Um, a good example, I think I've said this in a previous video, but god damn it, game load. A good example of what my day consists of. Like, I get up at 5:30 in the morning, I work out, I eat breakfast, I shower, blow dry, straighten my hair, and then I go out the door, be at my bus stop for 7:10, and then, school, well, bus takes me to school, I get to school about 7:40, 7:30, roughly. School starts 7:50, I get out at 1:45. Last year of high school though, so that's great. But I'm gonna start thinking what I'm gonna do after high school shortly. Um, yeah, so I was just sitting here and I was like, you know what should I do? What should I do? And I felt like recording. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 4 beta recently, but seeing as how it's a beta and not a demo, it's prone to have some problems every now and then. A problem for me, and my laptop can run the game. I get about 20 to 30, sometimes around 35 frames. It's usually not a huge performance drop from there. It's usually just that solid. It's really plays smooth as hell, and it's really nice. Also, oh fuck, the game finally loaded. Or it crashed on me, I don't know. Or it just restarted the loading screen. Okay, what's going on? Okay, we're in game. So, I don't actually know. I haven't played Battlefield 3 in a little while. This is kind of weird. I guess I'm level, fucking Colonel, I guess that's level 40, I think, give or take, somewhere around there. I don't actually know how this is going to go recording-wise, either. What do I have here for my gun? Holographic. Okay, so, yeah, I haven't really played anything in a little while. Playing anyways. Wow, this feels so much different than Battlefield 4. My mouse sensitivity is much different too. So how's everyone keeping up there? Everyone doing pretty good? I've been doing pretty great myself. I got to a point where I just kind of cut out everything that made me unhappy, and then striving to be as happy as possible. Wow, it's been a very long week. Okay, I guess he's parachuting in C4. I joined the big server. Great way to come back. I'm probably gonna go negative as hell. Although I'm not really paying attention to the game, in all fairness. If that was any indication right there, I don't normally just sit there and just start shooting for no reason. Yeah, I'm not taking this very seriously at all right now. Otherwise, I'd be going really quiet. But yeah, I haven't really played and recorded anything in a little while, and I felt bad for not doing that, so I was like, fuck it, let's just do that. Let's record and do some shit, so that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm thinking actually in a little bit, or maybe after I'm done recording this, I'm gonna go record Dragon Age Origins. I've always rendered it out in Sony Vegas, and I'm just now deciding to try After Effects and see if rendering there is any different or any better or whatever the case may be. Obviously, I don't know how everything's gonna look. Hope it looks decent. But, again, I'm gonna render this out in Sony, or not Sony, I'm gonna render this one out in After Effects. It'll be a recording test more than anything else. And then I guess after I'm done the recording test, then I will let you guys know, I suppose. That didn't make any sense. After I'm done the recording test, Um, wow, that's teammate. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, I should be dead. Okay. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that menu glitch. I don't know what my score is gonna be for the rest of the game, but yeah. This is just kind of just how I spend my days. You know, I just play games. I don't play them as competitive as I could. So that was a bit of a, yeah. It's actually my first game I played today. I've been watching YouTube videos all day by commentators and whatnot that I watch. And I guess watching them kind of puts me in a recording mood because I absolutely love it. I'm trying to think what topics to talk about. Yesterday in class, not yesterday, yesterday was Saturday, I didn't go to school. Okay, whenever I was in school, one of the days during the week, my teacher showed us a video in class. It was of kinetic topography, and it was of a broadcast. Like a guy was watching a podcast, and made a kinetic topography video to that podcast, and watching it, I was like, you know, holy shit! Not only was it really well done, because I've made a kinetic topography video, so I understand a little bit of how you do it. Not obviously very well, but at least I know how to do it. And his video was like 6.5 minutes long, and I was like, holy fuck! Like, my one that I did was of a song. Well, not half. Some of the stuff was reused, and overall it took me. I don't know. I said it at the time, and it was like, well, probably like a week straight of just like editing and staying up like several hours of the day, just, you know, rendering. And it took me like so long. And this guy rendered out like a 6-minute video. Mine was only like 2, and I had reused a lot of the scenes, and he didn't reuse any. I was like, you know, holy shit, like how long would that have taken him? But yeah, that was about the most interesting that's happened in school. I mean, I'm learning about evolution, which is interesting because I'm in Canada, and we generally learn off the American-based school system that's based off of Christian stuff. So as such, what that means is that we're not really supposed to learn about evolution a lot. But sociology is a scientific study of humans. Yes, so evolution being the scientific study of things, that's what we're learning. And you know, I find it quite interesting, seeing as how it's something I've never learned before. Maybe you've learned about evolution. Okay, I'm going. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, students who learn from. Oh, that was my Facebook. That scared the hell out of me. I apologize. I'll just mute my desktop. Schools that generally learn from other parts of the world, they don't, or they do rather, learn about evolution, whereas we don't, just because, you know, it's a scientific study of things that's accepted worldwide. So we were like, yeah, you know, fuck it, let's learn it. And actually, I am really enjoying it. I'm learning a lot of things that I did not know previous. It's just a lot of fun. Yeah, that's what's new in my school. This is my last year of school. I'm almost done. Originally I only needed 3 credits to graduate. Here you need to have 18 credits to graduate, which is weird because a lot of other places need a lot more, and they're actually changing it in a couple of years to be 22 or whatever. But we only need 18, meaning at the end of grade 11 I had 15, because grade 10, high school here is grade 10, 11, 12. Grade 10 you have 8 classes, 4 in the first semester, 4 in the second, and then you have grade 11 you have an off block, which means that you have 3 classes in one semester with like an off period, and then you have 4 classes in the next semester, and in grade 12 you have 3 classes each semester and 1 off block each semester. So I have 15 credits currently. I only need 18 to graduate, and the 3 that I need, they screwed me over because they gave me 2 in the first semester and 1 in the second. So I'm gonna round all year trying to get that credit. But that's also, it is whatever. I understand that, they don't really want kids graduating early because it stops them from doing other things like going to the grad and going to stuff like that. And they want everyone to go through the traditional high school experience and not be left out of that. And I completely understand that. So, I'm biting the bullet here. I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'll go for the entire school year. I mean, gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, that is whatever, right? That was really... I got really confused there because I didn't know what was going on in the game. So much was happening. But yeah. You just gotta kind of bite the bullet with things like that. Not everything can kind of end up how you want it to. Ooh, he got me good there. Ooh. Revenge, motherfucker. And you're right. Yeah, so that's life in my case. I guess I could kind of try to sound more enthusiastic. I just realized that's my Facebook again. Yep, sorry about that. It's on my desk. It's on both computers. I'm right beside both of them. The fuck? Anyways, yeah, I'm sorry I don't sound so enthusiastic. I'm kind of exhausted. I don't know if you can tell. I get really tired a lot. I swear I am the worst for staying awake. That revive. Okay, this is a 64-person server. I don't know if you've been able to notice. Up. Shazam dalam. Okay, wow. Anyways, yeah. God damn it, who was messaging me on Facebook? I am popular as hell. I was not this popular 5 minutes ago when I decided to record. I don't even know how long it's been. Anyway, so I could try to sound enthusiastic. I don't really have anything to be enthusiastic over, though. Like, oh my god, Dragon Age! Ah, I could come record Dragon Age after that. Like, that sounds weird. Okay. Why is that guy spamming the chat? Real skills, no BS. I don't know what his score is. I don't even know who's winning. Let's try a different class. Let's try a different gun. What's a gun I don't use often? The Asval. I don't even know what the hell the Asval is. It's a silence weapon by default, isn't it? I think. I don't know. Fully automatic. Okay, keep that in mind. Ooh. Yeah, so... how's everyone's life going? Is everyone doing good? Something new, technically, has happened to me in my life. And that's a sense of... like, I'm someone who's done a lot of things that he should regret. But, I've got to a point in my life where I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to stop, regretting things. Because I'm not, like, I'm going to end up dying someday, which sounds morbid and depressing as hell, but it's true. Like, we're all going to die someday. We all have a, limited time counter above our heads. And, I realize I'm going to die someday. And upon the realization of that, I'm not going to go into the end, whenever that may be. I'm not going to go into that regretting something I did when I was a child, when I was just a kid. Because, it's the truth. I'm just a child right now. I mean, I'm 17, but I'm not an adult yet, and there's still things that I have yet to go through. So I'm trying to think about the words as I play. There's things that I'm going to end up going through in my life that far exceed anything I've ever done. I mean, things that I've done, for example, grade 10, grade 11, they're going to have no relevance in the next year, 2 years. Like, I'm obviously going to remember them, and they're always going to be in my mind somewhere, but I'm at a point in my life where I've decided, I'm not going to regret these things anymore. I'm just going to go and I'm going to just suck it up and say, you know what, yeah, I did it, and whether or not it was a stupid decision, I have done it, and that's whatever, and that should be the end of the story. One thing I've done, which may sound like a stupid thing, or like a very tiny, non-meaningful thing, but on my Facebook, especially a lot of exes, me and exes, we don't generally end on a positive note. Something bad rather always ends up happening. And as such, I've just decided, like, I always block them on Facebook, but, I sat down the other day and I had just a realization moment, and I was like, you know what, yeah, I'm not going to regret anything anymore. I realized that what I've done may have been stupid, but I decided that this is who I am, and everything I've done, it's made me the person that I am today. Um, and I've unblocked everyone on my Facebook, and I've stopped being so spiteful. I've taken everything out of my life that made me unhappy, and I just started doing things that made me happy, not everyone else around me purely happy. An example is that like, if you saw me in public, I don't know what the hell you'd think. I'm someone who has long hair, which to a lot of people, that's like, oh my god, guys aren't allowed to have long hair. And by the way, I'm gonna switch topics for a second. Do you guys know where the long hair stereotype came from? It was back in the 1900s. And here we go, interesting fact of the day on a Sunday morning, Thanksgiving weekend. But we were taught, like, before the 1900s, people who had long hair were considered they're considered wealthy, and they were considered the elite in society. They generally had long blonde hair that was pulled back in a ponytail, because that was just what the elite, the prized people, that's what they did. And then come around the 1900s, industrialization ended up becoming popular, and with factories becoming giant, and factories being the norm, we decided that it was safer for people to wear their hair shorter in factories, so that you don't catch on fire, and you don't end up getting hurt or whatever. Simply as a safety precaution, of course. And what we've learned is that ever since then, because women, they didn't exactly work back then because they've lived in a shitty time, but that's also something I don't agree with, by the way, but women didn't exactly work back then, and women, obviously, they kept their short hair, and men would cut their hair short, and stuff like that just became popular, and as such, that was just a social norm, and ever since then, holy shit, 41 and 23, MVP. So anyways, yeah, so things just ever since then, that's how things became popular, and that's what the stereotype came from. Like, oh my god, it's wrong for men to have short hair. Well, before the 1900s, it was normal. So I wear my hair long and dark because I have natural dark brown hair that it can't grow a beard for the life of me. I don't know why. I don't know where the hell my ancestors are from. It could possibly be because of them, but my entire family has giant beards. But yeah, I am only 17. I am kind of only a child, and I will admit that. But I'm growing up a lot, and I'm learning a lot in my life that I really, really enjoy, who I am, and I'm starting to love who I am. I wear my hair long, and I wear all black. I wear baggy jeans and shirts that are either too tight or too baggy or don't fit me at all. But that's just something that makes me happy, right? Like, I don't do anything that makes myself unhappy. I just do everything I can to make myself, like, to be happy in my own eyes, and I would never do anything if I felt like it made me unhappy as a person. I only ever do what makes me happy. So, for example, if I'm gonna go out in public dressed up as like a raccoon, that's a terrible example, but if I was to go out in public dressed as a raccoon and I wanted to do that, well, there should be no problem with that. If I wanted to get dressed up as like a rainbow, I mean, it'd be really weird for me because I wear all black and I really look out of place, but I mean, I should be allowed to do that, and I realize that in society, people are always going to judge you for what you do because we live in a judgmental society, and that's just how we are. But it doesn't have to be that way. We just live with these mindsets that things have to be this specific way, and stereotypes play a giant part in the world today, and I don't like it at all. My teacher actually laughs because she always uses me in examples on a serious note, but she does it because she knows that I won't mind. Generally in society, people like me who wear all black, and I know that this is oh my god, he's just saying that to make himself, whatever, but it's actually truth. Like, in society, I'm often, like, if I walk around where I live, people will often stare at me as they drive by, like, they'll give me dirty looks and whatnot, and I just laugh and continue walking, because I'm something that a lot of people don't see every day. Um, I'm someone who wears all black, who goes against social norms, or at least tries to, but not in like a rebellious kind of way. I just do it because I dress, how I want to dress. I don't dress like a lot of other people do, because that's never been an interest of mine. I don't, I don't try to be like everyone else, because that's also, that's not an interest of mine. I listen to metal, that's a stereotype, but I listen to metal, I listen to 50s blues, I listen to the Ink Spots, and, a lot of the music from the Fallout games. I listen to that stuff on a daily basis. I'll just put that on in my house and just leave it on all day, and I'll have different albums from that time, like way back then, just playing all day in my house, and I do it because it's something that makes me happy. I personally don't listen to a lot of as much as I hate to use the term mainstream, but the music that is on the radio, I don't generally like to listen to that, because I don't find it that talented, and that is just my personal opinion, which, we are all granted our own opinions. There should be nothing wrong with that. It's true in a lot of ways, because you're allowed to think or like whatever you want to like, and there should be nobody tell you, oh yeah, you're not allowed to like that, you have to like this specific thing, and you're not allowed to like anything else. Like, that's absolutely stupid. That's actually happened to me in a lot of cases. Like, I like to straighten my hair, and I've had people telling me, like, oh, that's nice and all, but you're not actually allowed to do that, because that's a female thing to do, is to straighten your hair. And I was like, what the fuck, I choose to straighten my hair because it makes me happy. I enjoy making myself look presentable, and I like to, look in a mirror and think, yeah, I like the image that's looking back at me. And if I was to do what everyone else told me to do, and I was just walking around, and every mirror that looked back at me just kept on telling me, you did what everyone else told you to do, that would ultimately just make me unhappy as a person. And there's no way I'm living my life unhappy because it makes someone else feel better about themselves, because they don't see me as being normal or whatever. This is who I am, right? Like, my name is Steve, and I'm from Canada, and I've always had a specific mindset of the world, and I generally try my best not to let anyone else tell me how to live my life. I try not to make it so that I live my life to everyone else's standards. My teacher told me something, and I'm starting to live more and more by it, and that's that it takes, like, the stereotypes that are blocking certain parts of people's minds. People become closed-minded as a result of it, but it takes, as much as, like, a stereotype, so it takes you and I to change. No, it takes you and I to change stereotypes. People like me are considered, we're scary people in society, like, we're dangerous, you can't trust us alone with your kids, and stupid shit like that. But the truth is that, I do dress differently than you, and how you want your children to dress. And, I dress the way that makes me happy as a person, and I do it because, I enjoy to do that. And there should be nothing telling me I can't do that. We talked about stereotypes a lot, and I know I'm just ranting. I hope that's not a problem. I like to talk a lot, and I generally talk randomly whenever I'm trying to play a game at the same time. But, with my teacher, she was saying that stereotypes in society, the only way that you can eliminate stereotypes, for lack of a better term, is to break them and show people the difference. For example, like, obviously I worded that terribly, and my teacher worded that a lot better, but people like me, like, I was at Costco one time. I don't know if you know what Costco is. It's an amazing store, right? Where you're gonna spend, like, you're gonna walk in with the mindset of spending like $5 on bread. You're gonna walk out spending about $100 on everything. Because Costco things are in giant, like, consecutive amounts, because that's just how Costco is. That's how Costco works. And I was walking around the Costco parking lot one time, which sounds sketchy as hell when I say that out loud, but the entire reason why I was doing that was just because I wasn't feeling too great, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna just walk around the parking lot and get some fresh air and just relax. And I generally going back to what I had said about how I wear my hair long and I wear all black. There was actually a woman that ended up coming out and walking towards me, and I was really confused because, like, who the hell is she? Because I had no idea. She was the damn store manager. And what she came out to tell me is that 4 or 5 people had reported me, rather, saying that I was attempting to break into their cars. Now, what struck me as funny on this one is the fact that I don't even know how to break into a car. First off. Second off, I was like this innocent child with long hair. Ironically, yes, I was in a trench coat, and I realized that is where the stereotypes stem from. Like, oh my god, he's in a trench coat, he's going to kill it. No, I was dressed up in a trench coat because it was cold outside, and I was just doing what made me happy. And I just so happened to not have been feeling too great, so I just went outside and got some fresh air to clear my mind. But because I look how I look, people can't trust that in society because they're taught with this mindset that if you look like this specific type of person, then you're going to be deemed a troublemaker, and we cannot trust you in society. Mind you, this doesn't actually bother me if people want to think that about me. Because you can think whatever the hell you want to think about me. I'm me for a reason, and there's no one else in the world to tell me that I'm not me. Because that's how I was taught. Like, this is who I am, and if you don't like that, then that's just too damn bad, because I don't live to please you. I live to please myself. And one thing that I find very wrong with society, and I'm just ranting. I keep apologizing for this. I should just keep on talking. You guys are here, you're here for a reason. But I was taught in society that, well, I've been taught from society, rather, that a reason why things are how they are is just because with the way that our society is, we're so close-minded that we can't really pay attention to what's really happening. This happens a lot with eyewitness cases. It's a case of you see what you want to see. That's how stereotypes, that's how they exist. Because the way the stereotypes work is that you see well, I'm guessing that's how stereotypes work, but you see things how you want to see them. For example, with eyewitness cases, a lot of times, I mean, there are crank calls every now and then, but a lot of the time with eyewitness cases, for example, people are reported saying this person, even though they never actually saw him. But they have this mindset that they're looking for this specific person. So they could be talking to someone who looks completely different, but because they want to look for this one guy, this one specific person will look like this one guy does. And that happens a lot. Because, the mind's eye is a very powerful tool. And because of stereotypes, we see people how we want to see them. So if you grow up learning people with long hair and we're all black as shady people that all they want to do is summon Satan and they're all about death, you're gonna grow up to the mindset that, oh my god, this guy just wants to steal my purse from me, or whatever the case may be. And yes, it's not at all a good thing, but it's how we're taught, and I'm not gonna just sit here and tell anyone that their parenting style is all wrong. I mean, you parent however the hell you want to parent. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. I'm not a parent myself, so I'm going to do my best to teach my kid to have an open mind. I'm going to teach my children that, or my children, whatever the hell I have, and whatever. I'm going to be like, yeah, there are going to be people who are going to be doing a lot of things that aren't going to be looking like everybody else, and you may even be one of them. And if you are, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because I want my child to do whatever the hell makes him happy, as long as he's not harming other people, or harming himself in any way. If he's snorting an entire line of cocaine that just makes him happy, that's kind of killing himself in the process, and that's kind of avoiding the point. Although I realize kids today, they rebel. I'm talking about everything I'm learning in class, but something else I learned is that our society, we rebel as teenagers, because that's what we're taught to do, is rebel. And when I say that, we are taught that, we're taught, don't do this, that's bad, don't drink, don't do drugs, don't whatever else, and we're like, oh, okay, we can't do that because happy being bad. And you get to this certain age, and you're like, you know what? Let's fucking be bad, you know? That's again where this, well, I think that's kind of where swearing comes from, but it's like, yeah, you know, let's be rebels, let's be bad. And you start doing dangerous things, such as doing drugs, you know, smoking marijuana. You start doing things such as, drinking alcohol and driving while you're drinking alcohol, or speeding while you're driving. And yes, it's dangerous, but that's a way that you can feel more alive. And it's a great way that people learn. But it's also survival of the fittest kind of thing, where if someone is meant to survive, then they're going to survive. But if they're not meant to, then they're going to die from it. If you're doing something that's going to harm you, for example, speeding, and you die, that's nobody else's fault but your own. And it's a scary thing when you think about it, but, yeah, look at that MVP again. I think. Maybe not, actually, my team lost. What's the verdict? How did that guy on their team go 0-1? What? What the fuck? He had 6,000 score. Is that better than me? I don't know. Yeah, he beat me by 15 points. Anyways, that whole learning experience, that's how we learn. We generally just like, oh, okay, you know, we're gonna be taught with this mindset, and because we're rebelling, you know, there's neurotransmitters in your brain that are constantly firing back and forth, and that can help you a lot, because if you survive, it ends up helping with your problem-solving skills when you get later on in life. I think in my own little way, I'm rebelling by not doing drugs, not smoking, and doing what everyone else is doing. Anyways, I'm thinking that this is going to be all my time for right now. I'll probably make another video like this sometime, but thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, obviously, you know, let me know. I just ranted. I don't even know what the hell I said. My voice was just talking non-stop. I'm actually going to end my recording right now, and close Battlefield. I'll probably have a picture while I'm like in the background here. I've only been recording for about 32 minutes. But anyways, yeah, I'm pretty tired, I don't know if you can tell, and I'm just rambling. I don't really have structure because I wasn't paying attention as I talked, but hopefully you guys still got my point across. I mean, well, like the lesson for today, you know, don't let stereotypes tell you who somebody is. People consider me to be this scary guy who would steal your purse or just steal your money and, you know, screw you over in every way possible. But in reality, you know, I try to hold the door open. I try to make everyone else around me smile, because, you know, I like to see happiness in people. And what I wear and how I dress, it doesn't depict who I am. That just shows how I want to look. And there should be nothing wrong with that. I've never really been prey to fall into any type of stereotype, because I fall into many different categories, and that's how I like to live. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, you know, that'd be amazing. You know, it means the world to me, obviously. I am someone who I try to keep an open mind to everything. You know, I try not to make one person tell me how a group of people are, or how a certain type of people look, and tell me how. Anyways, that didn't make any sense. Like, I'm rambling. The point is, in society we're taught this is what a man looks like, this is what a female looks like, and that whole idea is completely off the goddamn wall. You know, women can have short hair if they want, which I'm noticing a lot more in society, and men can have long hair if they want, which I'm noticing a lot more in society. People are becoming more diverse, which is a great thing in society. You know, you can dress however you want to dress as long as it makes you happy. If you want to go to school just as a goddamn giraffe, I want you to fucking do it, because if that makes you happy, then do it. Nobody else can tell you what makes you happy. There was a quote. I listen to music, right? Music helps people. In the teenage years, especially, you know, my age group. You know, generally, I'm going to just put out a random thing. I don't know if there's actually studies done on this. There probably are, for a specific age group. I'm going to say, by the time you're probably about 14 to 15 till about 20, music is going to be a very big part of your life, and it's going to help you through a lot in your life. And I want to say that's a reason for a lot of the reasons that, for example, if you listen to, I'm going to go with mainstream and what swag looks like. But then again, that's stereotyping, and I'm trying to avoid stereotyping as much as I can. So, you know, never judge somebody by how they look. And if you want people to respect you, you have to respect them back. If you ever see someone who's dressed in all black, or you see someone who's dressed in all rainbow colors, or you see anyone who's dressed how they want to dress, just smile at them, and know that they're not afraid to be who they are, because it makes them happy. Um, and I'm gonna leave you with a song quote, which is, "You are what you love, and not who loves you." And yeah. So, anyways, if you guys enjoyed, thank you guys so much for watching. I've just been rambling for the past 35 minutes. I'm gonna probably just take a big drink and write another salad and upload it. But if you guys enjoyed, let me know. If you guys actually watched this all, thank you so much. And I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day. I'll leave you off with that. And well, ciao.